Yeah, mate, just on my way back now. Pado's doing well, shoulders healing up. He might even be back before Christmas. Why would I stay here? Oh, no, why? What happened? Who? Bannon and Marriott. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 5 of Sheffield Wednesday as we try and lead the team to Champions League glory. Before that, of course, we're going to lead them to Championship glory, and today we're going to be playing two Yorkshire Derbies, Huddersfield and Barnsley, as we try to do just that. Now, the reason that we started in the medical centre, there's a lot to catch you up on that's happened off the field, that is because we have had two more bad injuries. Bannon, hip injury. He is out for, up to 2 months. Hopefully he'll come back on the closer to 6 week side of things. Barry Bannon is a very, very important player for us. He is our creative spark. And, well, without him, we're going to find it a little bit difficult, I think. So that's a big enough blow as it is. But then we've also gone and lost, of course, with Callum Patterson already out. Jack Marriott has gone as well. Now, he was about a month. You can see he could be back in a week's or so time. From a twisted ankle, but we've basically been without our two top strikers since last episode, more or less. And it was just starting to find his feet as well. Got 2 goals in a game last episode, of course. So yeah, that's another big blow. Now, with all that happening, we were kind of getting desperate up front, so we went and signed somebody as well. It's just a free transfer and someone I think they have a little bit of resale value, but Kalen Hines has come in, a 22-year-old Jamaican. He is a decent-ish striker. He can also play wide left, which kind of helps in that position as well. I don't know how much he's going to play. He's got a little bit of potential, but yeah, we'll kind of see how he goes. He came through at Arsenal and hasn't really played too much ever since. So it's a bit of a gamble. It is purely just there, just for a little bit of cover and, just in case. But yeah, so I don't know how much we'll see of him. And also to catch you up on, we've got contracts to renew with the new season, with the January 1st window. Players can leave on a free or sign a pre-contract on a free. So we've had a little bit of a chance to evaluate the squad, and these are the guys that we've extended. The first one is Matt Penny. This really was a no-brainer. He has been absolutely wonderful for us. So he's got a pay rise. He's up to 9.5 grand a week now. He was on way less. It might have been on 4 grand a week, I think, before this. But again, it's a no-brainer. He has been brilliant for us this year. So Matt Penny has signed the deal for, 2-year extension. The next guy is Joos van Aken. He has signed a contract extension. I think it's just a 1-year extension for him because his contract would have been up this season, so it goes to the end of next season. Ideally, we've been having to use him as a left back because we don't really have another guy to play over there. But ideally, I do see him as a centre back. So if we can get enough left back in, I think he's going to be a very useful. He's a bit of a ball player as well. So I think he's going to be even better than he's been for us so far. Once we can play him in his preferred position, or where I think is going to be his preferred position. Adam Reach, now his contract was up, another one that was a no-brainer. He's been a real star for us. It's just a 1-year extension for him. Again, I look at his attributes and think he's gonna reach his limit. But for right now, he has certainly not reached it, and no pun intended. And yeah, so that is a bit of a no-brainer for us. Another one that's extended. And in fact, the final one is you Hoghide, as we can only pronounce that name, I think. Not someone we've seen too much in the first team, but very, very high potential. So we've signed him to an extension, and I don't know if he's going to be a centre-back or a right-back, to be honest. He can't really cross, which is a bit of a letdown in terms of being a centre-back. A right-back. But we'll see how he goes. Anyway, whatever it is, he's going to be a good young player. Well, he is a good young player. So he has signed a 3-year extension for the end of this year. So 4 years left for him, or 3.5, I suppose, given that we're in December. So those are the extensions that we've signed for players. Other players who are potentially leaving. You can see we've got a few guys in on loan that I don't think are going to work out. Obviously, Marriott and Brown's contracts are up. We've got Palu Passy here, who I don't think we're going to keep, to be honest. We haven't really used him this season. Another guy that's up is Westwood and Rhodes, which we will definitely not be renewing because look at the money that they're on. And Nutley, I haven't quite decided yet. I think we want to keep him. But I haven't quite decided on him yet. And Bannon is up at the end of this year. Why didn't we renew him? He is currently unhappy, I think. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what we do with Bannon. Again, he's on a little bit of a chunk of change. Moses is just back from injury. I've got to make a decision on him. My initial thought is no, he's not good enough. Other guys here, Aiden Flint, he's contracted. He's just on loan, so I'll probably let him go. And Kachunga is the final one. He has been doing okay for us when he came in, so I thought we were letting him go. but he's beginning to make me change my mind. So, yeah, I mean, apart from Barry Bannon, who I think we will keep, but again, he's getting on a little bit, but we probably don't want to just let him go for nothing at this point, do we? So apart from Barry Bannon, I think, well, we're going to save a lot of cash with letting some of these highly paid guys go in any case. Now, there are 4 games to catch you up on since last episode, so let's get to that. The first one in the league against Swansea. Adam Reach gave us a first half lead. Swansea pulled level in the 63rd minute and then took advantage of a poor pass 2 minutes later to take all 3 points. So this was actually not a bad performance from us. We fell apart in 2 minutes. They got 2 goals in 2 minutes and it cost us the game. They only had 4 shots on target. I mean, you can see from the player ratings, we weren't perhaps brilliant, but I thought we had done enough. But yeah, just 2 minutes of madness, and that was that. Next up, we played Stoke. Moses Odobejo celebrated his return from injury with an early goal. Stoke smashed in an equaliser, but Odobejo restored our lead before half-time with his second. So, Moses Odobejo back from injury, 2 stunning goals, and it was a decent performance all round from us. Windass played up top in this one. I don't really see him having a future with us, to be honest. But it was a decent performance from us. We deserved it. XG, I'll tell you that. And yeah, it was just a very, very good performance from us. Another excellent 3 points. The next game to catch you up on was against high-flying Reading. Alex Hunt stilled a huge win in first half stoppage time. So again, a really decent performance from us. A huge result against one of the teams that are right up there. I mean, it was only a penalty in the end, but you can see from XG, we should have scored many, many more. I think Windass up top again was the problem. He really is not playing well for us. And ultimately, well, it didn't matter because we got the job done in the end. So kept a clean sheet, which was always nice as well. And job done. Final game to catch you up on is against another high-flying team, this time away to Norwich. We fell behind early and we're 2-0 down at half-time. Jay Dunkley pulled one back, but we couldn't find an equaliser. So we were truly horrible in the first half, and second half, to be honest, look at XG, we were so good in the second half. In the end, we could have deserved to win it. Never mind, at least take a point. But Dunkley with a goal for us. Yeah, it just wasn't quite to be. So really, really disappointing to see Aidan Flint did not have a good game. But yeah, really, really disappointing game this one. You can see, look at the XG tracker here. We were horrible in the first half. And then second half, we were absolutely brilliant. So yeah, really, really disappointing to walk away with nothing from that one. But let's have a look and see what that means for the table. You can see, I mean, never mind the 6 points. We are where we are. And where we are is in a race for this promotion playoff spot. I don't know if we're good enough to catch Bournemouth and Brentford up top. Norwich is tough. We've drawn Watford. We've beaten Reading. And, of course, we've got Huddersfield today, which will be another big test for us. Do we beat Preston? I think we beat Preston, didn't we? We lost to Swansea. So the teams that are there or thereabouts with us, we're doing okay. So it's going to be interesting. You can see we've got our FA Cup third round draw. We're at home to Derby County. Now, Derby, you can see they're mid-table in the Championship. So that is, it's not going to be the easiest, but I'm not too concerned about the FA Cup this year, because realistically, we're not going to win it anyway. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against Huddersfield. We can see here we are expecting a 4-3-3 from them. Now, I don't really know what to expect from them. I'm assuming they probably have a few decent players left over from the Premier League, their Premier League years. Now, we have a problem with Jordan Rhodes in that if he plays again, we have to pay Middlesbrough £1 million. Of course, the problem with not playing him is, who do we play? Windass, who has been absolutely horrid. And, well, maybe we could give Izzy Brown or Hines a game up there, but maybe we give... No, Hines is not really still coming up to fitness. So I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and pay the £1 million on him, to be honest. Or could we play Kachunga up there? No, we'll just bite the bullet. It sucks, but we don't really have the £1 million to play him, but we're going to have to do it anyway. So Dawson goes in goal. His form has been a little bit hit and miss recently, but let's hope he has a good one. Penny, Borna, Ifora, and Moses. We'll just go with Moses because Odobejo is going to get a bit too tongue-tie for me. It's going to be Torres, Luongo, and Hunter. Not Hunter, just Hunt in midfield. Kachunga and Reach out wide. It's Jordan Rhodes going up top. Let's see what we can do. So we can see they're laying up there. Tommy Elphick. They've got a few old Villa boys, don't they? Jonathan Hogg is in there as well. Anyone on the bench? No one particularly. Is that the goalkeeper, Danny Ward? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. All right, what do we say to this? We're in our beautiful lime green. Ignore the recent praise, boys. Just go out there, do your thing. Let's pump the fists. Let's give them a little bit of faith. And, well, that's not my worst team talk, is it? Let's hope it works. And here we go. It must be a TV game because we get this nice little cool graphic to start things off. We can see the way we're expecting them to line up. Away from home, this wouldn't be a bad game if we could manage to get a draw from it. As ever, we always want to try and win. We can see the league table there. It's a big, big game, isn't it, for the playoffs? It's still early season, obviously, but ideally, we don't want to drop any points. We've already dropped 6, of course, to start with. And, only 2 wins since last episode. The thing with them, though, is that they were decent performances. I was disappointed to lose them, obviously, but it wasn't as if we got shockingly outplayed in both of them. There was sort of the 2 minutes of madness against Swansea, and then, horrible first half, but a brilliant second half. So, against Norwich. So, and again, Norwich is a good side, and Swansea have shown themselves to be a decent side as well. So it's not the worst, even though they were defeats. Cross comes into the box at the back post. Did Penny manage to do just enough, which probably should have been a goal no matter what. But anyway, it's gone over the bar, and we live to fight another day at 0-0. It is good to have Adebayo back just as an option at right back. And of course, obviously, he scored those 2 stunning goals on his return from injury. And that was, needless to say, a nice little bonus. This game is ticking by fairly quickly, though. Hunt is he taking a kick in the shins? What's going on with him? We've got first half stoppage time. Can we get a goal? Here we go with Moses. What's he going to do? In for Kachunga. Kachunga back to Moses, to Luongo for the Hunt. Torres, can he field a pass in? There it is for Rhodes. A good ball for Adam Reach. Adam Reach! Oh, goalkeeper makes the save. It's a nice little move, though, wasn't it? It would have been a cracking time to score. Still got a chance from the corner, though. Hunt to knock it in. It's a decent one. Oh, it's gone through everybody. And Tommy Elphick clears it away. And that will do it for the first half. It's a first half we've shaded, but ultimately haven't come away with anything. What do we say? Do we point the finger? Are we happy with that? We kind of are, aren't we? It wasn't bad. It really, really wasn't. They're looking motivated. They're looking inspired. Let's see what we can do second half here. Hunt he's quite tired, isn't he? We might need to do some fresh legs in there. So let's get Espinosa in for him. Hour gone. This half is not really leading to much, is it? All right. What can we look to change tactically here, I wonder? What if we play a little bit more width, a little bit more direct? We'll take off, be more disciplined. Defensively, we're not doing too badly, so I don't think we need to change too much there. It's just a matter of trying to create something for ourselves, isn't it? Can we give them a fire up here, I wonder? No, that hasn't worked at all. Jordan Rhodes up top is not doing much, which is the bit of a problem that we've had. Penny with a corner. Can we get... Luongo's there. It's bouncing off the back post. And Jordan Rhodes, just as I was saying, hasn't done anything. He's gone and scored a goal. On the day that we pay £1 million to Middlesbrough for his services, Jordan Rhodes has gone and stuck in his first of the season. Mas Luongo with the flick on. Jordan Rhodes at the back post. And that is... it's not pretty, but we will definitely take that. Let's give him some praise. And we've got a what's his name? Moses has got an injury there at right back. So who can we bring on for him? Palmer's not the best because he's a very attacking right back, but we don't really have a choice there. All right. I was just going to go and start and close this thing down. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Not quite sure where that's come from. Come on, Mas, win that ball back for me, mate. Oh, it's Espinosa that's done it. The most least likely man on the field. Go on, Mas, win it back for me. Kachunga didn't go with his man. It's gone past the post. All right. Actually, no, we'll need to go in here because we want to make... Did I pause it? I did pause it. We need to make the changes to positions as well. So we need Penny... You know what I need to do, actually, is set up a defensive version of this formation so I can just change it. That's all fine. We want to go ultra defensive. We want to lower the tempo. We want to play shorter. We want to set pieces. If you're wasting time, you want to play for set pieces because it just as an extra way to waste time, really. That's fine. I'm tempted if we are being ultra defensive. Maybe we probably want to drop back a little bit, don't we? Just a smidge. Just a smidge. All right. Come on. Let's see out this stoppage time for you, please, boys. Let's see it out. Let's see it out. This could be a huge win. It is another huge win for Sheffield Wednesday. A wonderful, wonderful performance from us. We just about deserved it. And, well, that was really good, boys. Really good. So Sheffield Wednesday move into promotion contention. The Moses injury is not the worst. And there it is. We've paid £1 million for Jordan Rhodes, but he did get the goal. So maybe I can justify it to the board that way. There we go, guys. That's us into the playoff places. Wait right there. They will be back to face Barnsley. They're bottom. Could we do 6 points in an episode? Okay, welcome back, and here we go. Bottom of the table, Barnsley, a Yorkshire Derby, and, well, we can't go any higher up the table with a win here, but what we can do is make sure we're staying in the playoff places. So this is it's an important game for us. We really can't be affording to drop points to teams that are at the bottom half of the table. You can see they're playing sort of a 5-2-3 formation. So that's going to be, I'm assuming, a lot of attacks in wide areas, looking at that. This is what we want to do here. This is the team we're sending out now. Of course, festive fixtures are just around the corner. December is obviously a very busy time of the season, so we have had to rotate to make sure that we are going to have fresh players. So Dawson continues in goal. Van Aken, Flint, Dunkley, and Palmer is our back four. Torres in behind Delhi and Espinoza in midfield. It's Harris and Brown going in wide areas. Brown is an inverted winger, though. Jordan Rhodes continues up top. We're going to have to just keep flogging him until until something happens, because Windass has just not been playing well. So that's the team. Let's see how we do. Okay, so we can see the lineups. Is Herbie Kane? Is there any relation to Harry, I wonder? Surely Herbie and Harry, they've got to be brothers, don't they? I remember when Woodrow came in at Fulham, didn't he? And he was the next big thing, but he hasn't quite kicked on as I'm sure everybody had hoped that was involved in his development. What do we want to say to this? Just go out there, relax. The result will come. We want to, I think, keep trying to take the pressure off of us. We weren't expected. We were expected to be fighting against relegation, not promotion. So, yeah. So let's just see how we do here. I'm starting to think, well, maybe we can do it this year, but I don't know if we have the squad depth. I mean, I think if we're up there at the end of December, if we can get into the January transfer window, we don't have any money to spend. There's a good ball to the back post. Izzy Brown is there, but the header is claimed by the goalkeeper. What we are starting to do, and I'm going to jinx this horribly as I say it, we are starting to defend relatively well most of the time. And obviously, if you defend well, then you're always going to be a chance. There's a ball for Jordan Rhodes is there. He goes past one. He's got about 1 million men with him, though. And, we can't quite hang on to it. We're expecting that there's a ball over the top. Flint is done by pace by Woodrow, and Dawson makes the save. I'm not quite sure. Palmer may be clear it the other way, mate, but it's an end-to-end highlight. It does eventually come to an end. Here we go. We've got a corner. Espinoza to take it. Can we get someone on the end of it? Oh, it's a cracking header, and it's Izzy Brown. He's first of the season, and it's a powerful bullet header in the back of the net. It's 1-0 after 10 minutes. And that was, it was a bullet, wasn't it? Espinoza with the good ball in, and Izzy Brown straight in the back of the net. Wonderful stuff. We're doing okay from corners this episode, aren't we? Another cross comes into the box. Rhodes can't win that one. Headed away. Here we come, Barnsley. Dunkley is there. If we can get away, I've taken a little bit of a selection risk by going with what is essentially at this point our second string side. Oh, Dawson just about keeps it out. Maybe we don't attack. We'll go back to positive. The reason we've done that is because we have to rotate, and this was the obvious game to do it in. And it's not like it's a bad team. Aiden Flint's header there goes over the bar. It's still some very good players in this 11, so I'm not really worried in that sense. But I always get torn between, do we pick our strongest team in this one and make sure that we win, or is this the one to rotate and have them fresh? I think we have Nottingham Forest up next, who are a mid-table side. So, and that's away from home. This one, at home versus bottom of the league. Oh, we're in a little bit of trouble again here, and we've just about got away with that. I mean, again, it's the obvious one, isn't it? It's just the obvious one to rotate. And look at that, Forest is beating Brentford. So at least Forest aren't in good form coming into our game against them. Header away there. Can we... Oh, no, they've just run it out of play. Thank you for that one, Barnsley. And let's give them some encouragement. Where are we? Just before half-time. If we can get in at 1-0, we'll take that, give them some praise, and get back out there. I mean, Barnsley are actually ahead on XG, so that's not ideal. But our player ratings aren't too bad. Of course, we've only scored from the corner, which is... I mean, we're not ripping them to shreds, are we? So let's go assertively. Don't get complacent, or are we happy? I think we're happy. So let's get back out there and see where this leads us. Let's give them a focus early on. Harris has got a red frowny face, which isn't ideal, but he's playing okay, so we'll let that slide. We've got a free kick here. Espinosa, it's a good shape on it, and it's offside. I think Jordan Rhodes went a little bit early there. Almost 2-2 for Jordan Rhodes, and no one said that since, he was banging them in from everywhere. It was Huddersfield, I think he came through, wasn't it? Jordan Rhodes. Am I remembering that incorrectly? Flint with a agricultural clearance. Kadeem Harris picks it up. He goes all the way back to Dawson. Harris has really fallen away. He looked so good for us early on, didn't he, in the season? And he's just not quite been able to keep his form. Here we go with Delhi. He's got room through the middle to run at. Can he pick a pass? He goes wide for Harris. Can he get past his man? He can. Can he pick out a teammate? There's no one really in there. He goes himself, and that was a little bit selfish, mate. Let's go. Another highlight begins. Van Aken. He's got Izzy Brown. He goes for Espinosa. Espinosa, I'm not quite sure. I think he's colourblind, and we've got away with one there. Focus, boys. Focus, focus, focus. That was very, very lucky indeed. I mean, we're getting outplayed by Barnsley, which isn't ideal. But again, we're defending okay. Here we go with Izzy Brown. I mean, they should have scored. I say we're defending okay, but that was giving the ball away. It's a decent ball in. It's picked up by Izzy Brown. There it is for Espinosa. He pokes it home, but goalkeeper is there. Early ball forward. Palmer's there. Back to Espinosa. He chips it up, looking for Harris. He finds him. Can Kadeem Harris wrap it up for us? Yes, he can. Well, I shouldn't say wrap it up, but it's 2-0 with 12 minutes to play, and you'd like to think that's going to be that. We'll give them some praise. And it was a wonderful ball through, wasn't it, from Espinosa. Looked up, saw the run. Harris ducks in behind the centre-back. And, well, it's a cracking finish as well, isn't it? Kadeem Harris rolling back the clock to the beginning of the season. And it's a third goal this year for him. All right, let's maybe make a sub here. Van Aken and Penny. We want to try and keep Penny fresh. That's the whole point of that. Torres played both games, so let's maybe look to take him off for this perhaps the Plessy guy. And maybe we rest Rhodes at this point and we give Windass a chance to try and prove to us that he is actually a footballer. Alright, we've got some defending to do here. Ball in. What we don't want to do is get back to 2-1. Because then even with 8 minutes to play, it's a very nervy 8 minutes. Dawson goes long, looking for Windass. He's in behind here. Now he gets chances. Can he take it? That's the big question. Windass, he has hit it well. And, second time I've asked him as well, but that time from a very tight angle, he can only find the side netting. Another highlight. A third goal would almost certainly, that would be it, wouldn't it? And if we could get that, boys, I would be very, very appreciative. Here come Barnsley coming forward. Come on, boys, come on. Keep your shape. It's, it's not been regulation, hasn't it? I think the score does flatter us a little bit. We can see from XG that, they've missed a couple of good chances too, haven't they? So we've ridden our luck, and you wouldn't be... If they scored, we couldn't really have too many complaints. There's a low-driven cross. It's hacked away, and what is that from Espinosa? It's offside, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But almost for the second time this game, he's given the ball away in a horrible, horrible area of the pitch. But he didn't. We didn't give up a goal, and, we're maybe a little bit lucky to win that 2-0 anyway, but it's a good solid win. Another 3 points. Well done, boys. We're happy with that, and on we go. So quality finishing the difference at Hillsborough, it definitely was. I got the better of the opposition manager. All right, we'll take that. Espinosa, he had 8 key passes. 2 of them were for the opposition, but that's okay, mate. You did okay. You did okay there. And, well, there we go. Villain lifts Sheffield Wednesday. We're doing okay. We are doing okay here. We are still in the playoff positions. We're not going to do that thing where we look at where we'd be if we had the 6 points, because that is just going to make us all very sad. But it's looking okay, isn't it? But guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back next time for the festive fixtures. We will come back for Blackburn on Boxing Day, Middlesbrough, who have stolen £1 million off us for Jordan Rhodes. That'll be next episode, guys. And then we're going to have a serious conversation about what we need to do in the January transfer window. And then we'll probably come back somewhere towards the end of that. Bournemouth Preston's probably a good place, isn't it? And see how we're getting on. But guys, until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.